Hey everybody, welcome back to the Acoustic Shop. Today we have got a piece of boutique guitar history.
And this isn't just a guitar, it is a one-of-a-kind 2008 Santa Cruz prototype and the missing link between their legendary 1934D and the Tony Rice Professional Series.
Designed in direct collaboration with Tony Rice himself, this guitar was built with old growth wood harvested nearly 90 years ago and is scientifically probably the most accurate reproduction of a pre-war D28 created.
So the question is, does all that science translate into a great guitar? Let's find out.
Would chill you to the bone. Over there sits the chair.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Acoustic Shop from Springfield, Missouri. I'm here with my brother John. We are the home of the Dreadnought Guarantee, where you're sure to get the right guitar or get a different one.
Yeah, dread not, Jeremy. You will be happy. So don't dread. Okay, anyway, we're glad to have you. This guitar came to us, and I'm pretty excited about it. The customer who got this actually got a NAMM prototype. Back in 2008, Santa Cruz built this guitar, and it is the predecessor to the 1934D. What's cool about that is it doesn't say that on the label, but we talked to the folks at Santa Cruz, and everything on this is marked as such. It just didn't exist when they prototyped it at the 2008 NAMM show.
Yeah, I think it even comes with like a letter from Richard, some of the work he's done on it over the years, but just kind of a reaffirmation of this is the guitar that they had built and what it was special for. The NAMM show, we've talked about in the past, all the manufacturers use the NAMM show as that place where they can show off.
Showcase.
Not only something new and something exciting that's coming in the case of a prototype, but also their best work. Like it is the place, if we're going to do it, we're going to dedicate our top team to a showpiece that's going to be talked about at the NAMM show.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, this looks a lot like a Tony Rice Pro. In fact, originally when it came in, we kind of thought it was until we did some bigger, deep dive into this and found out, no, it is the 1934. So what makes it different from the Tony Rice Pro? Well, like the Tony Rice Pro, it does have Brazilian rosewood back and sides. This particular set, gorgeous, done exactly as we want. In fact, in this case, it is actually old growth, old harvested, reclaimed Brazilian rosewood.
So that's one of the differences there, right off the bat, is that this came from wood that would have been in the 30s.
Correct. But here's the biggest change. This will have an Adirondack spruce top, where the Tony Rice Pro will have a German spruce top. Now, Tony and Richard both really like the German spruce tops, and it became their kind of signature for that. But to really recreate more of that original sound, an Adirondack spruce top needs to be done. Now, another major difference is how this is braced.
Brace yourself, folks.
Yeah, brace yourself. With the Tony Rice guitar, you have to keep in mind that that was not designed to be a recreation of Tony's 58957. It was actually designed to be a better, for lack of a better term, a better sounding guitar, but a more specified sound, a more detailed sound, clarity. I mean, we did the interview with Richard Hoover, and he talked about how Tony loved that guitar. It had its own problems, obviously, but one of the biggest was in balance in playing the jazz materials and things like that, that you didn't have the note articulation, the separation that he wanted, and thus became the search for something new, and working with Richard is where they came in.
So he didn't go in there and say, recreate my guitar, I just want a new version of this, try to get the sound identical. He's actually like, could we take this guitar, all the things I love about it, and replace some of the things that it's missing?
Yep. So on that guitar, like I said, German spruce top, the bracing was the rear shifted bracing, so more of a modern bracing, which again does change the tonality of a guitar by a lot, also changes the amount of bass that comes out of one of those. This one will have the braces forward shifted and heavily scalloped to be very much like a pre-war D28. So in theory, yes, it looks a lot like a Tony Rice model.
Got the enlarged sound hole, got the slot through saddle.
But it is a little bit more of a reproduction much closer to the sound of the antique than what was originally, planned for the Tony Rice model. So, I am really enjoying this guitar a lot. I've had a lot of fun playing it over the last few days. It's got so much. There's this, I don't know, there is a detail of this guitar I've not heard. I'm going to go out on the limb and say it. I think this might be my favorite Santa Cruz guitar I've ever played.
And you've been saying that for the last few days. We've been using this in some of our live streams and just playing it around your office, and you've said a couple times, I think this is my new favorite Santa Cruz I've ever played. So it's replaced your Tony Rice that at this point was one of your favorites.
There's a big bottom end to this, but yet it's tight and it has a character to it. A lot of guitars on the low end, they have low end, but there's no real character to the note, and this definitely has that. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, and I'm really excited. In actuality, I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be getting my Tony Rice back. It's been at the factory up in Santa Cruz, California, and Richard and his team have been working on it. I'm really curious to see how it lays out compared to this. Now, that's quite a bit older. It's a 1990 versus a 2008, but man, something really special happened in here. So what a cool story to find a guitar that has such a unique history with these old woods, a little bit more of a different design, but still has what for me is the most iconic look out there.
And led to what is probably one of their coolest sounding guitars, that 1934 model now that is a full series, correct?
Correct. This one in particular has some really cool features. Obviously, all hide glue on this, hot hide glue. This one does have a French polish finish, which I'm not sure. I'm assuming means that it's a varnish that they French polished out. And if so, that's kind of a unique feature to this one. I do know that Richard in the notes says that it has been French polished. They did end up getting this guitar back in its history. After it was built, they noticed some intonation issues, and they actually brought it back in and repositioned the bridge itself. So that's great because now we know it's perfectly intonated, which is one of the things that makes Santa Cruz guitars pretty special, is that level of detail.
Yeah. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this conversation on this beautiful guitar. We do a lot of videos just like this. I know you watch them, but haven't yet subscribed to the channel. If you could just take one moment, it doesn't take much effort at all, just click that subscribe button. It's helping us grow this community. In fact, we are going to try to get to 75,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you can make that difference. There's a card up here. Click on that. You can comment in the video. You can see all the prizes that we're offering, up to $3,500 in prizes, including a beautiful guitar. You can win that if you comment in that video, subscribe, share this with other people. It's helping us grow this community of other like-minded people.
So to answer this question, does the science of this make the difference? I don't know. I'm absolutely lost on this.
Prove it doesn't. Prove a negative. You can't do it.
I guess we'd have to see more examples of this. I know this is, this is a combination that I'm absolutely falling for. I don't know what is going on here. Maybe it is the old growth. Maybe it is the comparison. But this feels a lot. I don't think it necessarily feels exactly like some of the pre-war D28s that I've played in the past. But that's always hard too. We've done that with the Bedell 1940. Can you make 80 years worth of difference happen? It doesn't seem like it. But
maybe the science
is there
helps get a good
character
start.
here? There's character here. I mean that. There's so much weird
poppy
character that's happening that I'm just excited about it, and I'm gonna have to record.
We're gonna say it's the science, John. We'll say it's
all
the
right.
science.
We're gonna go for it.
If they can replicate it, then it's absolutely the science. Otherwise, just this is a great example of what could be done with Santa Cruz and happenstance.
Yeah.
But I think putting that extra thought into it, it's come out with a great result. So that's all I can say. I can't prove it, but you can't prove me wrong either, can you?
I dare you. Guys, I have been a huge fan of Santa Cruz guitars for a long time. In fact, we've done quite a few videos in here, and I've got a personal relationship there. But if you want to see another really cool video about another fantastic, one-of-a-kind Santa Cruz guitar, hit this link right here in the middle. This is where we brought back one of Tony's personal guitars. This one's the one he's known as Brownie. Pay no attention to the video. I called it something different, but it's known as Brownie. It's a fantastic guitar and a fantastic story with Richard Hoover and a Tony Rice Santa Cruz guitar.